This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.
And now, Fairfax Breakfast Club with your host, Besile Lemba.
Welcome to the Fairfax Breakfast Club show. My name is Besile Lemba and I will be your host. The Fairfax Breakfast Club is a weekly program in which we bring to you valuable and workable know-how you can use to improve your networking skills and grow your business. We always start the show with a quote. And today's quote is, financial planning means how to handle money and asset so as to maintain outgo below income. That is from L. Ron Hubbard. With us today in the show, we have someone who educates individuals and businesses and in this rather interesting subject called money. She has a rather unusual approach about it. That's why we invite her today, so she can come and share that with you. Her name is Dawn. Hello, Dawn.
Hello, Besile. How are you?
Good, how about you?
Very well, thank you for asking.
Did I describe you a little bit good? Or?
A little bit good.
A little bit good. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what you do exactly then.
So what I do exactly, so we specialize in education, financial education. As you know, arguably second to your physical health is your financial health and wellness. Everyone who's working is on their way or on the road to retirement, whether they're near or far. Retirement is always a big picture and something that people are aiming towards. And understanding how your money works and financial balance and preparing for that, even now, even if you're 30, 40 years from retirement, making decisions, or the decisions that you do make now, have a drastic impact on your eventual wealth.
And the name of your company is what?
Financial Education Firm, or FEF Services.
Okay. How did you get to start that company?
How I started was a passion for education. I sometimes share with my clients how I initially got started was as a senior in college. I lost my father, who was struck and killed by a drunk driver as a pedestrian, but he was highly intelligent, very athletic, and just a person that gave advice to a lot of people. And he did some things financially, like he prepared a will, he had conversations, he did some things that he thought was right, but it was nowhere near what should have been done or what could have been done had he had sufficient education and knowledge about money and financial decisions. So I wanted to be able to provide every working person the opportunity to make better decisions so that they can take care of their families and themselves the best way possible.
Okay. Very good. All right, so what is your approach? How do you go about educating all these people then?
Well, I think illustrations. I'm very visual, so audio-visual approach is typically what I use. I work with highly intelligent people that have degrees and letters beyond their names, farther than I can reach. But what I found is when you make things really simple and you use illustrations, people grasp things really, really quickly, and it's like an aha moment or an epiphany that happens, and it's pretty magical to see, actually.
Okay, very good. That's very interesting. What do there is a word that has more slang to it than any other word. There is a thing, or might say an object, that has more slang to it in all the different languages than any other word. Do you know what that is?
Is it money?
No, I'm just asking you a question. I'm asking you a question, you answer the question. Yes,
Money?
Yes, it's money. Which says that a lot of people have attention on money. But at the same time, maybe the question to ask is, are they educated on money? What would you take on that? You are the one who talk to people about money. What do you find?
Well, I find that in our school systems, we're educated on, math, English, science, history, and a lot of people confuse being educated on math and being able to balance a checkbook with understanding money, and they're two different things. I often use an example of bananas. You have 6 bananas on the table, and you add 1. How many bananas do you have?
7.
7. So today is April the 10th, 2015. You have 7 bananas on the table. If you visited this table 10 years from now, how many bananas would be on the table?
10 years from now? Mm-hmm. What would be rotten?
Rotten.
Yeah.
And 20 years from now, they would be what?
More rotten.
More rotten or dust and eventually be gone.
Yes.
So, however, if I said, what's 6 plus 1?
7.
And no matter how many times I ask you that, over how many years I ask you that, the answer is always going to be 7. Mm-hmm. So there's a big difference between money and those bananas, whereas math and those bananas. So whereas math is linear, it's always constant, it's always the same, money is more like those bananas, where the air, bacteria, animals, different things will eat at it and eventually erode those bananas, and they will eventually disappear. Mm-hmm. So there's a huge difference between money and math, and it's sometimes and often confused, and that can wreak havoc on someone's eventual financial wellness and wealth.
So what do you do then? You make the money last forever?
Well, what I help people to do is to maximize their financial potential. Every single person has a unique situation, how much money they earn, their family life, their goals, their responsibilities. Every single person is different. So what I help them to do is to understand, first of all, where they are and identify where they want to go and create a strategy or a roadmap to getting there. And getting there doesn't mean making it to retirement and now you're 65, 67, or 70. Getting there means being able to maintain your lifestyle, to take care of your family, to create a legacy that extends well beyond your retirement years, but into the future for the next generation, whether that's family or a charity or an organization that you want to benefit.
Now, when you call generally financial planner, you tend to object to it.
Say that again?
When you are called or considered a financial planner, when people say, tell you you're a financial planner, it don't necessarily agree with that title per se. What makes you different then from a financial planner?
Well, financial planners are great. I know that most financial planners have the great intention and a great expertise and education to help people financially speaking and make plans. I'm not here representing myself as a financial planner. I'm here representing myself as a CEO of FEF Services. In that, our main focus and only focus is educating people. We work with businesses, but ultimately we're working with the individual, the employees, to provide them with education that helps them make the better decisions, and also helps to alleviate stress and be able to focus on their jobs more effectively and be more productive, which is what we want to do. We want to be confident about the decisions that we're making, regardless of what it's about. And with money, it tends to bring about a certain extra distasteful feeling when things aren't going the way that you want it to, or there's a curveball or a pitfall that you run into. So when we're working with people, it's really to educate them so that they can make better decisions. Now, financial planners are important because once you know enough information, it's kind of like, when you're educated about a certain thing, let's call it, you learn if you walk to your car in a parking lot and you see there's a flat tire, your first thought is, that's not good and I need to fix it. So what we're doing is educating people so they can identify those flat tires and they can seek out help and to get it fixed with a financial planner of their choice.
But you don't offer financial planning services yourself?
As a financial strategist, I would, but not as a CEO of FEF Services. So although I am a financial strategist, when I'm wearing the hat of the CEO and operating under FEF Services, I don't sell products. I'm not a financial planner in that instance. I'm merely here to educate people about their money and whomever they decide to work with after they've been educated, because now they can see that there's some things that need to be fixed. They can choose or select whomever they want to work with. Okay. And we encourage that they work with a professional that can help them to basically formulate what the best solution is for them. But at least they've identified some areas of concern and things that need to be fixed.
Okay. So who are you looking to, who would be the customer for you then as a FEFI?
So FEF Services,
yes.
Our customer is organizations. It could be a business owner. It could be a financial institution. It could be an educational institution. It could be an HR director. We work with organizations. That's our primary contact. Now, with those organizations, for example, for a business owner who is interested in increasing their profits, one way we do that is to inject our services into their existing program or platform. And what that does is help their employees to become more productive by alleviating stress and allowing them to be more focused and more active in their current positions.
How do you inject your services into the company?
Well, it's only with the permission of the business owner that we inject. We don't go around injecting.
No, I understand, but I'm just trying to understand for the audience, because if you hear that statement, I'm wondering how she's going to do that, or what does that entail, if you're allowed to say.
Sure. So we have a suite of services and resources that business owner or that the relationship that we have with that institution will select from. Most of them are very illustrative, they're interactive, they're fun and unforgettable, actually.
Okay, very good. Let me ask you this.
Here comes the curveball.
What do you consider your biggest challenge in life?
The biggest challenge in life? The biggest challenge in life is actually being able to efficiently and effectively maximize my potential to help others.
Can you think of a way, or do you know how you can improve on that?
Well, how I can improve is by, utilizing the services that are available, like the networking event, the breakfast event that you have, being able to find a way to maximize the relationships that I have with businesses, maybe co-marketing with other companies that market to businesses and allow FEF Services to be a sweetener to a deal, or something that maybe pushes that person's offering to that business owner over the edge and help them to see that they want to do business with them.
Very good. And what would you consider?
Really?
What would you consider? Let's carry on, shall we? What would you consider your biggest success in life?
My biggest success in life is whenever I'm sitting with a client or a person that I'm working with, and they have that epiphany, they have that aha moment where they're saying, I had no idea that money was this simple. I had no idea that this is how money worked. And now they went from a place of not being so sure, having anxiety, to being very confident about making a financial decision and knowing that with great certainty that it's the best decision and it's something that's going to make a huge difference for them. So that's a success for me.
Very good. Any outstanding that come to mind, or out of them? I realize that they are all good, but is there any that you will consider more dramatic than others?
Sure. I can think of a client. I will just say that her name is Anne, and very, very intelligent young lady, and she came to me in preparation for retirement, and knowing that it was something that she felt anxious about and uncertain about and uncomfortable with, frankly. Money was in some ways intimidating to her, and she always kind of put it off. But after working with her and showing her how to make her situation better, not just for her, but for the organizations that meant a lot to her, made a huge difference not only in her life, but in the lives or in the legacies of those organizations as well. So that's something that is very near and dear to my heart, to be able to make someone's dream come true. And not a whole lot of people can say that they do that. And I never hear the words too much that, or I never get tired of hearing someone say, "You're a blessing," or you're amazing, or anything good like that.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And do you have competition in what you do?
Do I have competition in what I do?
Do you have people who do what you do?
I don't know of anyone that does what I do, and especially I don't know anyone. I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that offer educational seminars or educational dinners or breakfast or things like that. But what we've done is that's unique to our company is make it simple, to make it short, sweet, and simple, in bite-sized pieces, so that you get it right away. You're not spending hours, you're not bored. It's something that you'll look forward to getting, and you're able to take action around that, meaning that you can help to prepare your own financial prescription, so to speak. Now, like I said before, you'll always need a financial professional to help you implement and solve for the solutions that are specific to you. But all in all, we've created a way to make it simple, easy, and fun, and something that people want to do.
Okay, very good. Now, a few minutes ago, you mentioned the Breakfast Club, which you attended. Can you share with the audience your experience at the Breakfast Club?
Absolutely. I've been to many networking events, and the Breakfast Club was the first one that I went to. It was very early in the morning, but it was the first one that I've ever gone to that I felt like it was the most efficient use of time. So I call it speed dating, where we sat in the chairs and we were able to meet every single person in a very finite amount of time. And it was the most efficient use of time. And I would highly recommend anyone who's in business or want to be in business to attend to see it.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
She's talking about the breakfast coming up we host over here in Fairfax at 3535 Chenbridge Road. The next one is on April 23rd. I don't know when you'll catch this show, but if not, you can see our website there. But also know that on May 22nd, we're having our biannual expo. That will be from 8 to 2 o'clock at the Stacy Sherwood Community Center, 3740 Old Lee Highway here in Fairfax. We still have room for exhibitors, sponsors, and naturally, as guests, we're looking forward to having you there. And the website for that is ultbizexpo.com, ultbizexpo.com. Looking forward to having you there. Now, Donna, I understand you play basketball.
I did.
Tell us about your skill in basketball.
Well, I'll tell you something that's interesting. Yesterday, I attended a meeting, and I found out that I'll be inducted into my university's Hall of Fame.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
So it's like thank you so much. It was pretty excited about it, and it's a very unique experience, and I'm looking forward to the ceremony. So.
When will be the ceremony?
It's in June 19th.
Very good.
Yes.
So that was Taylor University. They don't know university.
Bowie State University.
Bowie State University. Okay, very good. Excellent. So what was the position did you play?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
I was a 3-point specialist.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now tell me, this is what I'm getting at, or the question I have. How does playing basketball help you with business today?
That's a good question. In basketball, basketball came very natural to me. And playing basketball is very competitive, and I always wanted to be the best shooter. That was my specialty, three-point shooting. That competitive nature. We had a winning season. We were ranked nationally, Division II. We went to the Sweet 16 twice. We were at championships in our conference. So being a champion, your expectation level of yourself and everyone that's on your team rises. And there are no excuses. You get the job done. So as it relates to my practice, my business, my company, is that everyone that's involved on our team has the same drive, same motivation, same goal. So our goal is to help people. And what I've learned a long time ago, if you help enough people to get what they want, eventually you'll get what you want. But if your integrity is in place, and your intention is in the right place, then people will feel that and sense that, and you'll be able to have a more meaningful relationship and conversation, and hopefully that person can benefit from the knowledge that you can share with them.
Very good. Excellent. So now,
and if you ever want to shoot around, we can do that.
I know I'm going to lose. I'm not even going to try. Now, the question I have for you, you have a model that you don't know of anybody doing the same thing. How do you see your future with that model? Being that you have a program or a system that nobody has, what do you see in the future?
What I see in the future is people, the financial paradigm is shifting. So
what do you mean by that exactly?
What I mean by that is, in the past, money and financial decisions have been kind of pushed off to the side, and people had the mentality of I'll get to it later, and sometimes later never comes. And nowadays people are more interested in making better decisions now. People are reading more, people are researching more, and people want to do better, and they're more active about it. So I think that our company is the one company that's out there and available where people can actually benefit in the least amount of time in the simplest fashion. And I think that the way that we're bringing our services to the table will really make a difference for people in the decisions that they're making.
Are you planning to franchise down the line?
We are available nationally as we speak, yes, and we just plan to keep growing and being able to provide, our services to, companies, small businesses, large businesses, companies that really want to make a difference for their employees and give their employees a fair shot and fair shake at having a successful financial retirement. I think that it's just going to expand far beyond what I can even imagine right now.
Okay, well, we're coming nearing the end of the show. What advice would you like to give to our audience when it comes to finances overall? What advice do you want to give them?
The advice that I would give to anyone who's, thinking about their money or looking to make better decisions is to think of themselves as an individual. A lot of times you'll read something in a newspaper, hear something on the radio, or see something on TV, and someone's giving advice. You should do X or you should do Y. And what I would caution everyone is that may be good for some people, it may be good for most people. But just like you don't buy your clothes in a one-size-fits-all store, or your shoes or your hat or anything, you don't want to do or treat your money that way. So I would advise people to, not take blanket recommendations to heart and really test and measure whether or not that recommendation is actually good or a good fit for them.
Okay. Very good. Well, folks, you have it that there from her. I just want to remind you that we host the Breakfast Club once a month, which she attended, and also she's will be at our expo. Oh yeah, I got to mention that. She'll be at our expo on May 22nd, so you can come and visit her and get to learn more about what she does in person. And I just want to remind you, we host a monthly Breakfast Club here in Fairfax at Best Western of Fairfax, 3535 Chenbridge Road, once a month on Thursday. And also, again, the expo we have coming up on May 22nd. We're looking forward to having you there, as that will be a great experience. Our show runs 3 times a week, on Tuesday at 9 p.m., on Wednesday right after midnight, and on Saturday at 2 o'clock. We also have a list of our shows we've done so far. We've done them for you, so you can avail yourself of them and use them. And you can find them also on our website, which is blnbc.com. I want to thank you very much for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was a pleasure, and we're looking forward to working with you and helping you grow your business.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely, through our breakfast event as well as our expos.
Yes, I look forward to it.
Definitely. So, folks, that's all we have for today. Again, visit our website, and otherwise, still looking forward to seeing you at our expo. The only thing I can add is that we have different shows. Watch them, and then we're looking forward to seeing you again in the future here. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just want to say thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from anyone who is interested in learning more about our company.
Okay. And give the name of the company again.
FEF Services, which stands for Financial Education Firm.
And the website?
The website is www.F as in Frank, E as in Edward, F as in Frank, services.com.
Well, for some reason I was thinking that FEFI. Did I read that somewhere?
You did.
Okay, good. Don't blame me for that, folks. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
We'll have you again another time on our show.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much for tuning in. We're looking forward to seeing you next time. For now, have a very, very productive day, and I'll see you next time around. Good night, and have a very productive week. Bye-bye.
This program was brought to you by Organo Gold. Organo Gold is a health and wellness company that provides healthy coffees, teas, and chocolate. All one has to do is consume the available coffee, teas, chocolate, and other products to get all the available benefits. One can also share these products with others to help them improve their health as well.